Okay, looks like we have something going on. There's the Casper. He wanted to come up right away. Oh, there's the good news. We're up on Facebook. That means we're up on YouTube. That means we're gathering for Coffee with Casper. Yay. Good clear lens. Everything working today. The sound is working. Everybody's good. Let me know where you are, where you're checking in from. We're glad to see you getting ready for Coffee with Casper. About 2 minutes, we're going to gong ourselves in. There's the Casper. A little out of the shot. There he is. Now he's in the shot. There he is. Good morning, good morning. Like your video. Welcome from Palm Desert, Miss Candace. Good to see you this morning. Checking in. Sound is going. Clock is running. We're up and running on YouTube and Facebook. It's Coffee with Casper. All right. There's the Casper. And I got my coffee. Made a little mess with it this morning. Good morning. Let me know where you are, where you're checking in from. We're glad to see you this morning. We're going to gong ourselves in about 1 minute. Good morning from Texas. Hi there, from Georgetown, Texas. All right. Glad to see you. All righty. Okay. Here we go. All right, there's it. Good morning from British Columbia, Canada. Good morning from Burbank, Luz. Nice to see you this morning. Nice to have you all with us this morning. Good morning from South Carolina. Yeah, we're checking in. It's Coffee with Casper. Here we go. Let's everybody get ready to take a big, deep breath. Big, deep, heart-centered breath. Here we go. Oh, let out the sound Relaxing the shoulders. And then one more time. Big, deep breath in. Let that breath rise into your heart center. And let's just spend these 20 minutes together in heart, remembering what we have learned, what we already know, what we're practicing, what we're deepening, what we're bringing forth to bring forth a new day in humankind. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. As we've said before, good morning from Honolulu. Aloha from Honolulu. Good morning from Idaho. Nice to see you. Got everybody checking in. Good morning from Long Island, New York. Nice to see you this morning. All right. Well, if you saw the poster, it was a poster of Casper. Just so excited. We've been, as he's maturing, he's almost 3 now. He is 3. And he's getting off leash a little more, learning to get voice control. So he's getting to run a lot more. And he was very excited when we go out on walks. It's very exciting for him. And there's always the whole attitude of Casper is the best day ever, right? And there's always something new breath, new smell, something. He's so excited about being alive. And I think really that was certainly, it's his natural way of being, but I think it's really the way of being itself. When we begin to understand who we really are, we begin to look for those authentic places within ourselves where we are truly comfortable, where we know. For example, if I were to say to all of us here gathered on Coffee with Casper, I know that I am one with the light of all life. I am one with the light of all life. Now, where we're wanting to get with that idea, it's a great feeling, right? To be one with the light of all life. But where we're wanting to get with that idea is the place where we can rest back into the universe, rest back into our relationship with that light, with that energy, with that source. We rest back into that light and trust it in all aspects of our lives. Very often in today's world we get an ache and we think, oh my God, the ache is connected to something bad and something bad is worse and something worse could be growing, and our mind just takes us all in the wrong direction. And that's the human mind that wants to say, I'm in charge, as opposed to the I am mind that says I am one with the one, and I rest into that And I'm now using a higher order of living. In the upward, forward spiral of life, we're using a higher order of living in order that we can truly know that the universe will always make all things right when we reach up to that highest level of consciousness, yeah? So there's a wonderful poem. It sounds like it's Irish to me. I looked at the author, but I forgot to write it down. But I'm just going to share a verse of it. We've shared it before, but it's really a poem about tenacity and perseverance. But more than that, the idea that what we're really looking for, you and me. So this is Coffee with Casper. I'm Harry Morgan Moses. We gather every Tuesday, and we're on YouTube and Facebook 24/7. Now 2.5, 3 years worth of programs are there available. Any one of them will teach you, but what we try to do is be very current with where we are right now and how you can use your inner wisdom, and all of us can use our inner wisdom to rise up to new levels of understanding, to new levels of awareness, to new levels of participation. And as that happens, what comes with us is new levels of authority, but the authority is not fake authority. It's the authority that comes from high spiritual love. And what we're doing here on this program is inviting you to remember that you are that place of high spiritual love. You are that place of the awakening world. You are the place that is in the dimension where the help is needed, that is calling on the universe and all the dimensions of the universe and all the angels and dimensions of life that is in support of the universe itself. Because everyone is the I am sense, but the more they rise up into that I am sense, the more they can experience the bliss of what it is to be one with the one. Behold, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And rather than waiting for life to become favorable for us, we become to participate with it. We begin to invoke it in the evening, in the morning, in the day. We begin to commune with it as we're walking and talking. I mean, I feel really compassionate for the people in the world who don't know their connection to the one. Good morning from Studio City. Good morning, Andrea. Nice to see you this morning. Where are you checking in from? We've got all over the place. California, Idaho, Oregon, Hawaii, Carolinas. I love it. Nice to have you all with us this morning. So here's the poem. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. And you can never tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. It's when things look the worst that you mustn't quit. So we look out into the divisiveness in the world. We look out into fear and prejudice and doubt and separation. We see it in the news. We see it in the hatred that emerges from people and humans' inhumanity to itself. And this has been going on for eons of time. And that's why we're talking about the dawning of a new age. And as I've shared here with you, when I was a teenager and coming into my authority as a young man, I knew, something within me knew, that this is a critical time, that this is an ideal time in humanity, because humanity is going to wake up to the unity of all life, to the interconnection of all life, to the understanding that everyone is connected to the law of the circle, which means what's coming from me, where my attention goes, my energy flows, what's coming from me is returning to me as my experience. And that experience is multidimensional, just like your consciousness is multidimensional. That's why the more we awaken ourselves to participating and communicating from our I am nature, I love the idea that I am my I am nature. I mean, the real me is the me that came from the light, that put on a coat of skins, that will return to the light, and the real me knows he's one with the light, and therefore one with the law of harmony, one with the law of good, one with the law of love, one with the law of light, one with the law of amplification. The more good that I focus on, the more I put my attention on my soul awareness, on the I am that I am, the more I am rising up, the more my vista changes, and therefore my consciousness has a bigger reach in terms of how my actual love can touch the universe, and of course, how I can be touched by actual love. Good morning from Burbank. The good black belt Alejandro is with us this morning. Nice to see you this morning. Good to have everybody here this morning. So we're all here to remind ourselves, I am that light of the world, I am that place, and if you're working on something, and we're all working on something, we all want to grow, we all want to come into deeper levels of fulfillment, into higher levels of love, into higher levels of belonging. We all want that. Yeah, but it happens when we are commingling with it, when we're participating with it, when we're using it on a daily basis to breathe in this holy breath, to bring it into my heart, this holy breath which is healing and cleansing and awakening, because the universe is responding to those of us here on the planet that are calling out for the assistance, for the transformation of humanity, to let go of the eons worth of egotism, separation, war, violence, prejudice, hatred. Those things are always in the potential field, but humans don't need to play with them. Humans can play with love and light and truth and wisdom and peace and poise and power and grace and connectivity and laughter and joy and belonging. Oh my God. And beauty, the beauty of the nature that is all around us. This morning here in Southern California, it's quite cold. It's about 40 degrees and there's a wind chill factor going on. And I thought, well, maybe we'll just go from inside. And I thought, no, we can be out here in the beauty. And so we put on the appropriate garments for when it gets colder. I know some of you are in real cold country and this isn't cold, but we're, spoiled. And so are you, my beloveds, in Hawaii. When the weather is so like that, you have an opportunity to really decide that you and nature are going to be connected and belong with each other and notice each other and commingle with each other, right? And of course, our snow lovers and ski lovers, it's the same thing, but we have to change garments. We have to adjust our temperature to our environment, right? So this is what's happening. We're calling out into the world. We're calling out into the world for assistance, and all the dimensions of life are responding to that call, so much so that every breath we take is part of a new paradigm, is part of an unfolding good. Every sacred breath we take, every time we remember that the universe is breathing the life into us, and that where your personal goals are, you may be closer than it seems, just because you don't see the opening or you can't see how it's going to happen. That's why we love Mike Dooley's and a wonderful thing. Keep your attention away from the horrible hows. Ours is not the hows. Ours is to establish intention and then put our attention on that intention, the intention for health and wealth and love and success and beautiful relationships and deep laughter and connecting and belonging. This is where we want to live. And we are living that way, and we are drawing it forth. And occasionally, because things goes in waves, sometimes it looks like it's going really good, and then the wave goes down, and we think, oh no, it's not going so good. What happened to my good? And then the wave comes up again. And pretty soon, we begin to realize that all creation is working in waves, and we can work with the waves, because the waves are moving in the direction of our dreams, following our intention to move up, to be higher, to be smarter, to be more in tune, to be more alive, awake, aware. This is all what's happening to us and through us. Now you have to get down, Mr. Casper. You love to be with everybody. All right, let's see what's going on. I lost you. There we go. I am so spoiled. Yes, I am spoiled. I think Judy was talking about the weather. Cold? 45 is not cold. That's our Long Islander 45 is not cold. We get it. I get it. But we're all participating in our environments and learning to appreciate our environments, to appreciate the fact that our body adjusts to whatever that environment is, to appreciate that we know how to get on in the world, that we've learned how to chop wood and carry water and find pleasure in the very simple tasks of what it is to be alive, what it is to be a human being, and to allow that question to stay in our heart. What is it? What is it to be a human being fully alive? And to know that the highest idea that God has invented for us to reach at this dimension is to become that person, fully alive in my eternal nature, and drawing that eternal nature of expanding love, expanding joy, expanding bliss, expanding belonging, drawing that in. Remember, we're not having to create it. We're having to open our consciousness to receive it. It's already there. The gift has already been given. You have already been anointed. You have already been appointed. You have already signed up to comfortably live your life and fulfill your purpose. And now yours is to work with that inner space, with you and Source, you and energy itself, to open yourself, to open your heart, to open all these energy systems called chakras, to become more in tune, more alive in every day. And to use every day and every mood and every emotion to guide you back to that place where you feel centered in yourself, where you feel good about the unfoldment of your journey, where you can begin to put that wonderful word faith in terms of your hopes and dreams and what your aspirations are, to know that if you are moving in that direction and taking baby steps, 72 in Hawaii, brr, I love it. So this is what we're doing this morning. We're just reminding ourselves that we have come into a knowledge of something profound, that who I am is greater than my mind, my body, and my experience, and yet I have a mind, body, and experience, and I can bring this immortal I am, this birth of the living Atman, Buddha, Christ, high self, that God designed as me, to allow it to be born into this dimension, into this time, and therefore help the generations behind us to awaken and bring forth a new earth and a new humanity and a new way of being in the world. And we know we don't have to wait for the whole race to get with us. We have compassion for that which is still suffering and still creating pain, right? But we are willing to be an instrument through which we are transformed, and therefore those around us become transformed. And the movement of transformation is happening because of your giant yes. Something within you says yes. Minus 5 degrees centigrade in Kelowna, British Columbia. My oh my. That I'm complaining about 40. I know. Hey, but we're all in our right place, doing our right thing, and drawing the highest and best from our environment and bringing our highest and best to our environment. What a great job to have, to be the place where more light and more love and more joy comes into the world. By your being the place where you're bringing more light and more joy and more wisdom into your world. You may be near when it seems afar. This is not the time to fall into despair or hopelessness, because things are changing. And yes, we are seeing the ugliness that's in the world, and it's not the only thing that's happening. There's a lot of beauty happening. There's a lot of wonderful souls participating in bringing more light and more love and more joy and transforming their own lives. And that's how we do it. We do it from within ourselves and bring it out into the world. That's ours to do. Yes? So this is what we want to work on this week. This is a great time. We're coming into the love month. This is the end of January. We've had our first year. Now is a great time to say, I'm going to trust the universe in a new way today. I'm going to dress up and show up and be ready to go, and I'm going to take baby steps in the direction of my own dreams. I'm going to appreciate my life. I'm going to follow my passions. I'm going to do the things I enjoy doing. I'm going to share my gifts and talents, and I'm going to remember there's nobody else in the world just exactly like me. And we're getting help. We're getting help from all the dimensions. We're getting help from the source itself, from Father, Mother, Creator, God. We're getting support to our yes and to our call. And we're bringing it into the human condition. And we're making the world a better place because you are here. And I am so honored to be able to talk with you, to be able to have you reach back and say hello and send your love. I'm so grateful that you're carrying your light into the world. And we'll be back next Tuesday on Coffee with Casper. If you found anything valuable in this time, share it with your friends, share it on your networks, anywhere you can digitally link it, put it in LinkedIn, put it in YouTube, go like, go follow, Instagram away, I don't know, all the different ways now that we can keep spreading the light by gathering together and reminding ourselves of who we are. So until we meet again, I invite you to go in the light, as the light, and with the light. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you on your way. You never know how close you are. You may be near, but it seems afar. I'm Harry Morgan Moses. We'll see you next week on Coffee with Casper. Bye for now. He's a good boy. You